Yo, yo. What up? What up? Yo. What up? What up? Hey. Hey, welcome. Welcome to Benny's crib. What up? Yeah, just leave your shoes over there. It's cool. Yeah, thanks. Does that sound cool? Yo, what up? Welcome to Benny's crib. It's another beautiful one, another monumentous occasion, another beautiful night here in Portland, Maine. We here with a artist out here in the hip hop world, just celebrating a new project, an artistic accomplishment to be proud about as always.
Absolutely.
It's a hot summer. It's a hot one up in Benny's crib. KevCoast.
What's cracking?
How we doing?
Man, I'm coasting, man. Day at a time.
There we go. One moment at a time, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
1 second at a time.
I'm honored. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, yo, of course. First time guest out here on the futon. Always
this
a pleasure.
mad comfy too.
It's cozy. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
saying how
cozy.
cozy you felt with the decor and the tea, so
Yeah, man.
definitely means a lot. I mean, I'm out here summer attire heavy. I got the mesh on mesh, the champion shorts, so it's
Absolutely.
definitely cozy vibes out here.
As long as you're comfy, kid.
That's a big thing about this art shit. Sometimes I want to be hella professional and always dress to success, but then I realize success is your own personal definition of that,
Straight
and
up.
I'm finna be comfy and cozy, so.
Hundo.
Like that. All right. KevCoast. It's the question I ask everyone to start off the episode, to start off the interview, to start off the show.
Alright.
You ready?
Yeah.
What's your first memory of hip-hop? And pardon me as I turn this up just a teensy bit.
My
Perfect.
first memory of hip hop, man, that's shoot. My first memory of hip hop. So I gotta give that up to Outkast for sure. So I'm a visual learner, and at the time they, when you put out the CDs and shit, they put out like a comic book that fell inside of their record. It was an experience too, you know what I mean?
Do you remember the record?
No, not really. I think it was Aquamini?
Aquemini. Like
Aquemini.
Gemini and Aquarius combined.
Yeah, Aquemini. Because I just remember like the real fluid graphics on it. And I don't really remember listening to it a whole
It's
lot.
in my kitchen, right now. The
For real?
album notes. Yeah, I'll show you that at the end of the show. It's pretty cool. You mentioned that.
Dope.
Yeah, it's in. You can't really see it, but it's like I mixed it with Speaker Box, Love Below,
Yeah.
and a Sade Greatest Hits. I think it's like 3 in a row. But sorry to interrupt. But that's really cool.
No, that's cool. That's cool, man. That's what I mean. We on time.
Yeah.
We on time.
What is meant to be is meant to be.
I know. And that's like I said, like I don't really remember listening to it a lot as a child, but I just remember that being my first take of like the hip hop experience.
Perfect. It's a great segue because I like to kind of keep the early part of the interview and the early part of the artist's life in a linear sense. Where are you from? Like, where were you born? Kind of where did you grow up?
Man, and I'm glad that we're here because I really want to dive into this question because everybody asked me this, and now I'm just going to direct him to this interview.
Perfect.
I was born in St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. It is U.S. territory. It's right next to Puerto Rico. I was born there, like straight. My birth certificate is from there. I stayed there for like 2 years, and then I moved to, I think it's like Florida, like Lantana. And then I bopped back and forth between West Palm Beach, Lantana, Carrollton, and Atlanta, Georgia. So like up, down, up, down.
Yeah. A lot in the South for sure.
A lot in the South. So I was like raised by the South. And the longest periods of time I spent is in Georgia. So now when people ask me, I'm like from Georgia, just to keep it, square. And this is what I mean. It's a long story.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I moved up here in like the end of my 8th grade year into my high school year. And so like, and then I lived in Lewiston, and then I transferred out to Brunswick. And then that's my story. I went to college up in college up in Bangor, and that's it.
NESCON?
Yeah, NESCON, man. Just doing some like marketing and all that jazz. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, so you were well-traveled individual, specifically like heavily in your youth too.
Yeah, Southern, East Coast, a lot of influence. Yeah, up and down the East Coast. That's where the late night drives tracks come from.
How do you think all that traveling and kind of darting around affected like your identity as a person, honestly, in the sense of like, you're growing throughout that time and you're in so many different places. So I wonder if you kind of like almost attribute like certain parts of life to like certain locations, certain lessons, maybe. I don't know.
I absolutely do, because I was into a lot of fuck shit when I was in Georgia. Oh, are we supposed to be like censored and stuff too?
No.
Okay,
like,
cool.
We have no motherfucker. This podcast is sponsored by Yachty Ting, but we don't have any
Yachty Ting,
obligation.
yeah, no, that's love for real. That's my people, man. Yeah.
There we go.
That's the island people, man. That's love to them for real. I need to pull up and get some food. So
for sure. Don't even get me started. It's too early for me to get in a Yachty Ting tangent.
Yeah.
But we can motherfucking swear for sure.
Yeah, for real. Yachty Ting is plantain. It's plantain, not plantains, man. It's plantain. But yeah, I don't even know how we got there, but. Yeah, man, Southern.
Yeah. That's me. My question was, how did traveling affect your kind of upbringing in a sense? Like, do you think you learned a lot about life? And shit?
So I was into a lot of fuck shit in Georgia, and shit that probably would have put me in jail. Like, there's some lyrics on this album that down the sights, ready to put him in suits. Yeah, that attributes to like some trauma from a kid. You know what I mean? And I attribute a lot of that shit to Georgia because I stayed there the longest and I was into the most like life altering things down that way. You know what I mean?
We can keep it like off the record, but I feel you. Yeah,
and it was just like a weird time for me as like an adolescent, and then like my mom passed away.
Damn. Bro.
So it like. You know what I mean? And I'm like 10.
Very traumatic situation.
So, I absolutely think that traveling up and down the East Coast, like, and then just attributing that, such things happening to such a young person. Yeah, a lot of places definitely made me who I am, and I definitely. Like when I react to things, I'm like, that's the old, or that's the 100%.
So this is Florida Kev. This is Atlanta Kev.
Yo,
this is Island Kev.
Absolutely. And then when it all came together in Maine. All came together in Maine.
It all came together in Maine. That's a perfect transition. Well, I guess I wasn't really gonna talk about Maine yet because I want to ask a couple questions about you.
We can go wherever.
It's always about Maine. I like the way that sounds.
Yeah.
What were your hobbies as a youngin'? You travel so much. Did you get to like kind of still have? Oh man, the motherfucking light be falling. I think it's good. How'd that look, Twigs? Yeah. Does it look good on camera? We could keep rolling with it, honestly. Yeah, dude. It doesn't look bad. I think we're gonna let the universe take this one.
Yeah.
I ain't finna get up and I ain't finna redo everything. So
hold it.
We now in the post lamp part of the episode. 7 minutes in. Post lamp. Please tweet if you remember post lamp.
Do you really love lamp, or you just saying?
Oh man, I got an Anchorman mug. That'd be perfect if I had it right now.
That's great.
Regardless,
so
what'd you spend your time doing as a youngin'? You know, imagine it must be hard to get like a stable, like routine if you move a lot. But like, did you have hobbies and shit?
Yeah, man, I had a lot of hobbies. I still got a lot of hobbies. I doodle a lot, cause like I don't know, we all got ADHD in some form. Or just some like attention deficit in general. So I did a lot of drawing, a lot of poetry and stuff like that, and then that transitioned into what is now my like hip hop rap. I played a lot of soccer, and that is the universal language that I will also attribute to like traveling and like that making me who I am.
Yeah.
And so
I love that sport.
So I play soccer, and that's it. I ran track. So like that's really a lot of what I did, and I was like running around with my homies getting into bad shit. I don't know. So like I was with a community. I was with like a squad of people that like really had my back, because like there were some transitions that you need a little extra support. You know what I mean?
For sure. It sounded like you went through some shit too. So I imagine you got to lean on your people sometimes when you're going through.
100%. The ecosystem is important.
Yeah, no doubt. You kind of touched upon it too, but I want to ask now specifically about the prevalence of music in your upbringing. Was music around? Did you have musicians in your family at all? Like, or were you into music as like a listener heavy? Like, talk on that kind of influence and prevalence.
So the first CD or album or whatever I ever bought was Alicia Keys' Diary, and if that attributes to like any of the music I make today, it's definitely that.
Yeah.
But
shout out that.
Yeah, shout out Alicia Keys. Um, let's see. My grandma, man, I was raised in the South, man. And you know what the South is just a bunch of like church and like
Very religious in
yeah,
the South. People
dog.
can be.
So like I don't know, I was raised in the church. I listened to all those people singing their hearts out and like praising the Lord and just like praising things that they believed in. And like I don't know, it just like slowly transitioned. My sister rebelled first, and I looked up to my sister Demetria a lot.
Got
And
you.
like she rebelled first, and she started listening to like Blink-182. I don't know, all that alternative music, rock, and my grandma hated it because she's like a I don't know, she's like a Southern Baptist, or Southern Christian. Sorry, she gonna see this and be so mad at me.
Yeah,
Southern Christian woman.
Can't say the wrong one.
Man, 100, bro.
It's like I don't know
It's
much
like,
about Christianity beat, but I know like I'm pretty sure like Protestants and Catholics hate each other or something
man,
like that.
But it's like, how do you hate each other when your religion is trying to preach? Like,
I mean, cognitive dissonance and humanity go hand in hand. Shit don't be
100.
making any sense out here.
preach.
Someone please stop this Christianity beef. Straight up.
We ain't on our knees, but we about to be.
I was trying to think though. You were saying, oh yeah, I mean, obviously your grandma, if she's hella religious and old school, ain't gonna like a band that's like talking about like they literally have a song called like "When You Fuck Grandpa" and
Yeah.
like their album title's called "Take Off Your Pants and Jacket."
Yeah, and a lot of people are like so curious about like where my music diversity comes from, like from Linkin Park to fucking Gorillaz, all the way back to
when
like
were you born? What year?
Slipknot, 91.
Oh yes, I mean I'm 9'4", so you definitely like when you're born in the 90s,
Yeah,
and I imagine if you're even like born earlier than I would, this and resonate with this. Like pop music had every single genre at that time. Like now I almost feel like pop music is like hip hop based for sure, but in the 90s, like obviously people think of grunge and alternative, but hip hop's huge in the 90s. Even like there's that Euro wave of house and dance and kind of techno that's big. R&B's huge, New Jack Swing. Pop music's weird as fuck and has that post 80s cocaine haze. Like there's 90s is a great time to grow up as a music fan, and like you said, you could be playing Slipknot, Outkast, and probably Blink-182 all in the same 10 minutes.
Yeah, for real. And that was like the beauty of the time because like music was like fucking blooming.
Yeah.
And
internet's like starting to pop up
straight
heavily
up.
too. That can't be understated.
Everything was easily like accessible, and like LimeWire, man, rest in peace. But that shit, like,
they're back. Have you seen that?
Nah, I ain't
they
seen
be
that,
selling LimeWire back in the game. Guess what they're selling? Drumroll. Fucking NFTs.
Oh, 100.
Yeah, I'm like, I'd rather download motherfucking Young Jeezy mixtapes and get a virus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd rather get NFTs from Dat Piff than LimeWire, because LimeWire, man, you took a risk.
Yeah,
downloading some shit.
The company that you never really, I mean, here's the thing, like no one really trusted LimeWire, but I'd say percentage-wise, I got what I wanted more than I did. Like I didn't get like Rick Rolled or Soldier Boy, what's that song? Crank That, excuse me. I didn't like. Sometimes you download like an artist. I'd be like, I'm trying to think of what the fuck I was downloading back in the day. I'd be
For
like,
real.
oh man, I don't even want to get back into
A whole lot
shit.
of inappropriate shit.
Shit that was like,
Yeah.
even popping too. Like I'm thinking like, what bands were popping back?
Like
then?
movies sometimes if they had them. I remember I would try
That's
to get
just
some
fifth
shit.
grade shit, bro. I'm thinking like,
Yeah.
who was popping in fifth grade for me in 05? I mean,
So
like
you're in
like
fifth
Kanye
grade,
West
I'm in
and
like
shit.
what, like 9? I'm in 8, 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you trying to download like a college dropout song.
Yeah,
you end up
sure.
getting like Soldier Boy. That would happen every
No.
now and then. But like I remember like I get an urge and I just download so much motherfucking shit. I can't even. I mean, I'm gonna stop myself because I think like if we start to analyze every minute we've talked on this podcast, maybe like 5% of it's been about how much motherfuckers grew up on LimeWire.
Yeah.
But it was very
Rest in peace.
important. It was very important.
Yeah.
So it's safe to say that music was involved in your upbringing.
Yeah, heavily, and like a lot of Motown, a lot of Motown.
Yeah.
So a lot of like Temptation. So that has a lot of influence because I like a dope beat with some real lyrics behind it.
Yeah,
as
some
you can
old
tell.
school shit.
And so like a whole lot of a whole lot of gang shit, a whole lot of that shit,
A whole lot of Temptations.
whole lot of Temptation shit for real. Like from the movie to I was obsessed. But
that
yeah,
movie's like 8 hours long.
yeah, it's forever.
It'd be on TV
bro.
sometimes. I'd be like, "Oh, what's on TV?" And be like,
Oh, it's on
"Temptations
Thanksgiving
movie."
too.
It'd be like from 2 to 7. I'd be like, "There's a 5-hour movie on, bro."
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch something like, but I was slipping because I should
it's
have
the
been watching
commercials.
David Ruffin and all those motherfuckers. That's the Temptations, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out all the Temptations. Well, tremendous.
Rest in peace.
We had a look into your fandom into music, so to speak. Maybe somewhat of a a consumer of music.
Yeah. I consume music all the time.
But one that shift occurred, I kind of want to get into that period of like when it was not only just consumption but creation. When did you get the idea to create music yourself?
So the ode to like transition from poetry to rap is absolutely to my boy EJ, or as people know him now, Corey Ellis. He's just my homie, man. Like, we grew up in Perryman, we grew up in the same like little cul-de-sac, and he rap. He's real dope. He's one of the bar for bar, man. Anyway, cuz is just real dope at rapping. And so, like, I don't know, one day he came over and then he was like, "You write poetry?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Ain't nothing different from that in rapping." And so, like, that's really when the transition hit. It came through like pretty instant, I guess you could say. And then we had this loud ass computer, like, I don't know, with this Radio Shack, rest in peace again, Radio Shack headset, just like booming on this loud ass computer that we could have just cleaned out and the fan would have stopped blowing so hard, but we were still recording on it in the intervals, getting our bars right. But that happened in about 20, not 20, man, I'm stupid. When was I in high school, man? Like 2007. I want to say 2006, 2007 that happened. Got you. Yeah.
So I mean, that's a good 15 years ago when you first started to, I guess, dip your toes in the water of this hip-hop shit, so to speak.
Yeah, man.
You kind of touched upon it, but if you want to say anything more about this.
So,
I was asking, like, or interested in the early stages of your creation. You know, is it like writing and then recording, or like are you just going in and freestyling and recording? But it sounds like the writing's been a huge part of it. If the poetry is what kind of got you into it.
Yeah, it's definitely the writing, because it's like a self-expression, like 100%. You know what I mean? Because, like, why not do it if it doesn't bring you some sort of relief or joy or alleviate some type of pain? So the writing to me is just like a personal dialogue. Like, I'm always grateful for people that are like, "Oh, I journal things down." I'm envious of that, and some people laugh at that, but it's like they're keeping a log of their thoughts, their true like emotions, and like on fact. And so it's just it's beautiful to like be able to do that and have it on record and like even put it to a tune, you know, like Bob Marley said, when music hits you feel no pain. And like that's what I just like would like to try and replicate if I could.
Could. When did the transition then from, you know, I'm starting to record some shit, really get consistent into you uploading online? Because I remember I was looking at tapes and shit, and I think this is back in like 8 years ago, maybe 2014, 13. I'm seeing you starting to upload shit.
Yeah.
Is that like kind of the same time period, or did you have earlier shit out?
That's when I started to take it seriously.
Because you're kind of just probably doing it for fun, right? An expression at first.
Because, you know, we're kids. We're just like 100%. Rapping. And like.
You were in high school and shit when you first start.
And you're just like, whatever, this is what it is. I like to do this. It's a hobby. And then like when you decide to like do it full time, it takes a different toll, because it's like, it's not even convincing yourself. It's, I'm going to do this. I just got to convince everybody else. Not that you have to convince anybody, but it's, you're going to be checked. Friends, oh man, your parents, you making any money? That's all they care about. It's not like, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Like, are you it's happy?
A lot of negative energy for some reason.
Got
I don't know why.
And so it's like, it's a constant like up and down game. And yeah, man, when I started to like really upload music, it was just me trying to be serious, trying to be real.
Tremendous. Because I think I'm going to finna get right into that time period.
Scared.
I think I said I'm finna. That's like a...
I said I think I'm finna.
That feels like a not double entendre, double negative, not even double negative, contradict.
Thinking about...
You know what I'm saying? When your brain moves so fast, you double up on words that mean the same thing. You ever do that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna finna do that. It's like, nah, just pick gonna or finna.
Man, I'm finna go do that thing.
Yeah.
But that's a
I'm gonna do that thing. I'm finna. It's funny. You know what I realized, though, about language? You just gotta ease into whatever, like, language your mind feels is most, like, natural. Like, the inner conversation with yourself, I think, like, is the most important conversation you have with anybody.
Battle in the mirror is the only one.
Yeah, man. So if you know how to, like, inwardly talk to yourself, it seems like you speaking gibberish, but it works for you, hey,
it's your truth.
Do you. I ain't finna judge. I be speaking wild. I be speaking in slang like a motherfucker.
Straight.
when did you start rapping under KevCoast? Actually, that's when I want to. Then I'll get into these tapes. Then we can start the masses, so to speak.
So it was. Yo, I appreciate that. Respect. So Nezzy Soul was just like my bravado, trying to carry on my mom's name while I was rapping. And
that was your original name.
Yeah, Nezzy Soul was like the original name. And that's just my mom's name. My mom's name is Inez, and Nezzy is what my grandma called her. And that was it, Nezzy Soul, cause like my gamer tag is Soul You'll Know.
Got you.
But instead of Soul, it's just SOUL. But and then I transitioned to KevCoast. I want to say again when I started taking this shit seriously, like real serious, cause like my first 2 mixtapes was still kind of like fun.
Yeah. Trying it out, so to speak.
Yeah. So, man, wow, that's a good question. I want to say like 20. Yeah, like 20. Wow. When was that? 2016. Yeah, about 2016.
Yeah.
2016.
Because there was Start the Masses I found online.
Oh, Not for the Masses?
Or Not for the Masses?
Not for the Masses.
Not for the Masses, pardon me.
On SoundCloud? Where'd you find that? Or no, Dap Hiv, huh?
I think I found 2 tapes of yours on SoundCloud, to be straight.
Yeah.
There was one, I think it was the Masses one. And then KPC. Kick Push Coast.
Yeah.
Big Lupe
that shit
fan
go
at the time.
hard. Yeah.
Still
big Lupe fan, man. That dude crazy.
The last album he just dropped was dope as fuck. What was
Hell
it?
yeah.
Drill Music and Zion? Was that what it was? That was actually, I'm like,
it was heavy cool.
Lupe's still dropping really good shit, damn near 20 years in.
Well, I mean, once you build up that muscle, it never goes away.
Yeah, that's one thing, like, I believe heavily in the concept of, like, infinity, and, like, there's just certain things, like, people are good at, and that's, like, the thing they can do forever as long as they nurture and take care of, like, the health, like, their health in a sense. Like, if you're only given so much, like, health you can have, I feel like, if you don't, like, get, like, your sleep or eat right or exercise, you can burn yourself out, and you can lose kind of shit. I guess you could probably gain it back too eventually, but like
you can never get that time back.
Yeah, it's the time that really fucks with people, I think. And I think if you take care of yourself, there's just things that like people are meant to do, and like
you're tapped in, man. That's respect.
Yeah. So yeah, I think in the sense I even forgot what the fuck I was saying, but I guess Lupe fits into that same idea.
Well, KPC was just like I was like skating at that time too, and then I was also just like
got you
getting into like my metaphorical shit, and I still believe in that heavily, man. Like I still got my longboard is in the back of my trunk to this day, bro. If I need to go for a walk, if I'm stressed, I'm gonna hop out and go coasting straight. And so I don't know. It was KPC is like mad fun. That's like one of my favorite like startup records.
Hell yeah, bro. There's a Be All feature on that.
Hell
I think too.
Yeah, because we went to college. Yeah.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Be you a little bit older than him, I obviously, because I'm his age too. But I just did a show at Flask Lounge on this past Monday, like at the time of recording this, and B was the headliner. It was dope as fuck.
Yeah, that's
shout out everyone who came through. So
straight up. Shout out PR.
Tremendous.
Yeah.
How does it feel to look back at these things?
Yo, that dude, he killed that verse, bro. I haven't listened to that shit in a minute. Yeah. Shout out to PR.
Yeah, man. You got to go back and like spin that shit. Just see.
Yeah, I'm gonna spin it on the ride, man. Yeah. Shit, 100%.
I wanted to like now see like what does it feel like to look back on that shit. And it seems like you kind of it's got you cheesing in a good way.
Yeah, in a definitely good way. That was because I was mad because that's what I mean. We were just rapping. That was mad fun.
Yeah, like you're just in it to. Just to do it. I mean, it's not like you aren't, like, that's one thing I really try to remember, like, when I'm doing shit now is, like, I'm setting up for the podcast. I got, like, 2 GoPros and 2 we got a motherfucking camera that could kill a motherfucking orca whale. That's how powerful it looks.
Yeah, straight.
Shout out Twigs behind the camera right now. I got to be better at narrating the podcast audibly because I'm big into the video now, but y'all motherfuckers, like, your audio listeners were there for damn near first year and a half, I think, almost.
Straight up, yeah.
So I want to make sure I still narrate what's going on. But long story short, it doesn't matter, like, I feel like where you get if you don't remember where you were when you started. Not to live in the past, not to compare every moment to that, but sometimes I just be, like, overthinking shit or not having enough fun. I'm like, bro, you remember why you got into this shit? It's not to, like, grind and sell shit. It's like that, I want some motherfucking money for sure.
Yeah.
But I want to remember, like, why I'm doing this. And I don't want to be just, like, taking gifts for granted. I think it's important to have that perspective. So shout out that.
100.
Shout out that. Let's keep it moving forward, KevCoast. When did you start to craft Enjoy Life?
Yo, Enjoy Life was so much fun.
It's a project of yours. I think 2017 that dropped.
Did it drop 2017? So I started to craft that in probably 2015. Oh no, I started to craft that. You said that dropped in when?
I think in my research I saw 2017, but I've been inaccurate many times.
2017. 18, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I definitely crafted that a year before. I went through a real rough breakup, and there was just a lot of like judgment coming down, and it was kind of crazy because like we ain't even gonna place blame, but like it's just kind of crazy that the amount of like scrutiny I was under for not having done and a lot.
You were going through it,
and so I had to like really step into the mold of who I am right now, like who I wanted to be back then, like sure and placed like perfectly.
Yeah, I wanted to say, I feel like Enjoy Life, that project specifically, was a level up of sorts in compared to the other projects.
100.
You know, like the music too, 100%, but like even like just the art design, the flow of things, like and it sounds like, you know, you were trying, you know, like you said, sometimes I call it like ripping yourself out of yourself. It's like you ripping the butterfly out the cocoon. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for seeing me, brother.
Yeah.
No, I really appreciate that. Thank you for seeing me. Enjoy Life was that. It was exactly that. It was the effort to try, and the effort to be and really just speak the truth, my truth, feel that, and just manifest all that cool shit. You know what I mean? Who I am right now in this body. You know, Wave Pool forever. Shout out to Marshall, because Marshall produced, mixed, mastered all of my projects. Marshall Westlake Manual, Wave Pool forever.
Is Wave Pool your record label?
Yeah, that's the label out of Rochester, founded by Marshall Manuel and Ryan Sickles, Ryan Sickles. So, yeah, Marshall's my motherfucking boy, man.
Rochester, New York.
Yeah, upstate.
Bet.
Yeah.
You didn't say you lived in New York though, right? Or am I tripping?
No, I never lived in New York.
So you got ties. You got ties everywhere.
Yeah. So Marshall. Oh, that's so crazy. So Marshall went to NESCOM too. So I met him in college. So like KPC and all that shit was all from Marshall. You know what I mean? So it's like we literally grew together.
There's
like,
a lot of shit up there, bro. Like it blows my mind how many talented people like
come out of there.
Yeah. Shout out the homie NV. Nate Eaton, he's just MV Sound. I think he's got the Basement BK. It's his studio down in Brooklyn right now. These motherfuckers would be like killing it in the underground. Like anybody who kind of like knows about like Top Shelf Premium and that kind of like, it's so hard to associate everything. Like the kind of like artists that have been on that show or like they're in that kind of similar wave together. They've been in that studio and like if you know, you know. And that dude's like from Vermont, I think, and he went to NESCOM or UMO, I forget. But
that's what's up.
So it's just like yourself, Wave Pool, B, we're talking about BR, like there's hella. Oh, somebody else we finna talk about in a little bit.
Okay.
Malik Elijah.
Yeah, big love to Malik, yo.
So
big love to Malik, dog.
He motherfucking killing it right now as
absolutely,
well.
man.
I think new project Detour out. We'll get into that. I want to keep it on the KevCoast.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. Enjoy Life. Definitely felt like, you know, I'm like, oh, this is like the KevCoast that like I kind of see
you hear now.
Hibiscus Samurai, the new project out now.
Thank you for seeing me, brother.
I definitely kind of saw that progression. Well, hell yeah, cheers to that, man. How you liking that tea, by the way?
I love it, man. Like I was trying to savor it, but is there any more like hot water, man? And if there's not, don't even stress it. Then it's all good. I'm gonna savor it.
My bathroom sink sometimes gets clogged. So I be pouring the extra hot water to loosen up like the remnants up in there. But then I get like I be product of anxiety, right? I be thinking too much. I'm like, well, this is kind of an old building. What if the pipes were made with something unsafe and that hot water like is chipping away shit into like my drinking water? But I'm like, is that even the same water I'm drinking?
No.
I use a filter and then I'm like, hey yo Benny, like you thinking too much. Take a deep breath and go get some fresh air. And then
you appreciate yourself. Yeah,
because it's like. It's funny. I'll stress out a lot about things like that, like involve self-care or health. Yeah. And then I'm like, all right, you're worrying about this because you want to take care of yourself. But if you really want to take care of yourself, you try
Don't
and stop
worry
being
about
so
it.
anxious and about this thing, and like focus on what you can control. Take your deep breaths and let the shit that you can't control just pass. It's just so funny, like the shit we do to ourselves when sometimes we're trying to do the exact opposite.
Yeah, 100%. Also, quick side note: shout out to mental health in general, but men, please speak
Yeah.
up about your mental health.
100%.
That's just important.
Very important. Yeah, that's a huge theme on Benny's Crib, is making sure people feel they can talk about not just things like anxiety and depression, and even like, you know, suicidal thoughts, but just like any mental topic. Like,
Period.
I want to make sure you understand the mind is like meant to be fluid and flexible. If you keep that shit rigid, it's gonna snap. But if
Straight.
you let that motherfucker like flow the way it's supposed to flow, and it's okay. Like, I've had moments where I felt my brain's on fire. I'm like, I want to run. I don't want to be here no more. But I've like breathed and been like, all right, bro. Like, sometimes your brain just be on fire sometimes. Like,
Word. Whatever it looks like for you in general.
exactly.
Just like
whatever your experience is,
feel
bro.
comfortable. Yeah, straight
You
up.
know,
Like
you should
come
always,
to.
you should always feel like you can talk about shit,
Mm.
or even if like you don't even feel like you can, just do it. Just talk to like.
Man, come through and pull up.
Yeah.
Even if you don't need nobody to talk to, you just need somebody to sit next to you.
Yeah.
Man, come through.
just to
dog.
have that
that shit is
physical
crazy.
presence of another human. Isn't
Yeah.
that wild? That can change your shit.
Yeah,
I'll just be with homies. Like, I got my headphones on, they got their headphones in. We just link.
but
5
you know
minutes.
somebody's like with you, man.
You remember
Yeah,
the
it's just
collective
that physical
consciousness and shit of it all too.
It's
Like,
tangible.
it is real. That's important. I'm glad you said that. And, I mean, long-term listeners know, but anyone out here watching and new, like, Benny's Crib's always a safe space.
Straight.
And we can still be cool as fuck and, you know, smoke hella loud and go get late-night fried chicken and enjoy cutting-edge hip-hop while talking about sensitive and serious subjects, so we understand all emotions in the palette of what it is to be a human in the modern age.
And
Tremendous.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
Real and valid.
Hey, well, let's keep this forever energy flowing into
Let's
the
get it.
next project in the KevCoast Chronicles, the Forever Energy EP.
Yeah.
What was your mentality like concocting this project?
Loud. I don't know. It wasn't really loud. It was just like it was healing. But it was really loud. Yeah, I can't even like deny that.
That was
so
2020, I think, right?
yeah, and so that's like building up to quitting my like real toxic job, building up to like setting the standard of like my artistry, and then also like healing in my art, because like that last song on there is just like about two, I guess technically three, about two, but toxic relationships, real bad relationships. And you know, obviously you hear it in the bars and you hear it in the lyrics, but it's like there's just a lot of things that I needed to unpack so I could continue.
Hell yeah.
That's what Forever Energy was. It was like, in order for me, you know, because energy is never destroyed, it's just constantly transferred and renewed. And so like I needed to renew my energy and transfer that
100%.
like, shit out. Yeah.
I know that, for real. Tremendous. And as we mentioned too, shout out to Malik Elijah feature one time.
Big love to me.
I gotta look this up, man. If I'm ever on my phone in interviews,
Cope, yeah.
you, I'm not like
I'm not worried
trying to
about
be-
you doing your craft, man.
Exactly.
Your viewers know you and my viewers know me.
Yeah.
Cool, cut.
That's how it is, though. I like respect, though. I'm definitely like very like I'll be on my phone and shit, but I still gotta maintain some eye contact and shit. I still gotta be like
You're hospitable.
you gotta just remember like communication. The shit we've been doing in terms of communication
That
non-verbally
shit
since
really
like
disappeared.
isn't that weird that mug be disappearing once the heat goes?
Yeah, that's crazy cool.
That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah, the shit like we've been communicate like the way we communicate has been like this non-verbally just for like thousands of years. I feel like, man, like
Shit.
nods and like stank faces. And shit. that's universal.
Expression, yeah.
Exactly. So I think it's important to maintain that shit.
Hundo.
And shout out the new project by Malik Elijah,
Yeah,
Detour.
Detour.
Malik's
dog.
actually been on this podcast, so go peep the interview as well with Malik. He's
Yeah.
I think he went to UMO, right?
Nah, he went to NESCOM
He
too.
went to NESCOM, sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I met him at UMO, and there's like this theater that has a bunch of red chairs. I can't even remember shit.
Oh yeah, the Collins Center probably.
I think it is the Collins Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him up in the Collins Center with B.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there
and-
was. There was performing or something out that
yeah,
way. Yeah.
yeah. Well, we were at a radio show actually. This was like
Okay,
this was
word.
like post college and shit. But
Okay.
I met Malik after college. He was out there doing something. I'm like, oh, who's this cat? And then like he like met or no, he hung down in Portland a couple times that summer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like I'm like, oh, it's cool. And I hadn't seen him for a minute. And then like I was still listening to his music, and I was like, this is fucking good. And then his last project, stupid good. Like, it's just blowing up. So, like, Malik, keep doing your thing.
If there's one thing I know about Malik, and, like, this is all respect to you, Malik, and this shows your dedication, because I started doing this when I started aiming for my 10,000 hours in my artistry. I remember when I recorded a couple songs with Malik, but we put out Cope, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember we was in the studio for a couple of the other ones, and he had fallen asleep while I was writing. But as soon as I stood up to the mic, he was awake.
That's so funny.
Because, like, and that's, like, his dedication. Like, that dude, like,
oh, man.
That dude be writing every day. That dude be rapping every day. Like,
in it.
He's a younger cat, too, because he's younger than me. But, like, definitely big respect to him, because he's developed his sound, and he's fucking dope.
He might even be younger than me, too. I'm 28.
Yeah, he might be
like a year younger than me.
He might be a little bit younger.
It doesn't matter. I mean, at this point, who gives a fuck about age?
For real.
It's all about, like, you know, how you conduct yourself and shit.
It's the moment.
Well, actually, before I get to the present, I feel like after Forever Energy, I saw you more, like, collabing with, like, local cats and stuff.
Yeah. Because I did the J. Cole thing because I thought that was so, like, smart. Like, I always be watching.
That, like hitting a huge feature run and stuff.
Yeah, all right. The feature run, because, like, that's such good marketing, because it's like, yeah, we know J. Cole got bars, and we also kind of know that he couldn't write choruses. I guess he can kind of write choruses now. But anybody that's a hip-hop fan know what I'm talking about. I'm not shitting on J. Cole. He's still good artist. It's just he can write choruses for shit. And so, like, everybody knows he got bars, so it's like when he shows up, everybody's trying to listen to that track. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, especially when he did that after what the fuck was that? Right before he was gonna do the Fall Off, the Fall Off.
KOD.
Yeah, I think he went on that.
Kids on Drugs and shit.
Yeah, when he went on that long, like, feature run.
Yeah, I remember, like, Off D's and the Gangstar track.
Yeah.
Shit like that, yeah.
And then he was like, ain't doing no more. And I thought that was so genius, because it's like, from a marketing standpoint and just like an outside looking in, it's like, he don't do features. Then he did features, and he just went on a run just to be like, I can still show up, I just don't do them. And when I'm going to do them with people that I respect. And we all gonna bring our bars, and it's just gonna be what it was. And then he dipped out, and I respect that, because, like, as you see, I don't do a lot of features outside the label. I respect that shit, and so that's what I emulated right there. I was really trying to continue to develop my sound, and also just like whoever fuck with me, I fuck with them back, because like you know, just like my bars, it's like I'm always riding by myself. I'm always showing up, leaving by myself. If you want to see me, come see me, because you know where I'm at.
Hell yeah, bro. So you kind of just was like, all right, now let me put my face out here a little more.
Yeah.
Let me put some guest 16s out here, let the people know.
Absolutely. While keeping it true.
Yeah. In the background, you were probably crafting and doing your own thing and planning, because...
That was my 10,000 hours run. I was trying to elaborate on that.
The final little leg of that, in a sense. Or, I mean, I guess it's never really a finality. But regardless, we all know the dealio. Yeah. All these stories of progression and the insights into the life of KevCoast pretty much bring us almost to the present. Yeah. And before we talk about your new album, Hibiscus Samurai, shout out Hibiscus Samurai, Spaceship Samurai. Music. Yeah. Shout out the word hibiscus. I love that word hibiscus so much. It's one of my favorite words. I'm like a linguist in a sense. I love how different words just sound and are pronounced. So like hibiscus. That's a great shout out. It's a flower too, right?
Yeah. It's right here on the pendant, bro. The hibiscus.
There we go, man. Yeah. We'll get into the new project very, very, very soon. But before we do that,
take your time.
You down to do some rapid fire questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah! All right, you ready?
Love that shit. Yeah, let's go.
3, 2, 1. What's an album or song that lifts your spirits, boosts you up?
Mariba, Get Free.
Mariba's good.
I love her.
Great voice.
She saved my life. Get Free by Mariba. If you need some, uplifting, listen to that.
Very good voice. Works with some great artists too. Favorite summertime activity?
Oh shoot, playing soccer or going to the beach.
I love soccer. I'm even like kind of like a half soccer snob. I call it football. Yeah. Because of how I don't like how American culture is very disrespectful of global culture. Yeah. So I view like soccer as like football. It's like it's international. It's like you said. It's like literally like international language. It's the beautiful game. If you know, you know. Yeah. I can go play right now. I wish we could
night
go
soccer
play.
Is fun.
I wish
dog.
we could do 9-on-9. Let's do like a 7-on-7 night soccer. Then hit the fried chicken place, blow a bunch of weed outside.
Fried chicken place, let's get it.
And then go home.
Where the fried chicken spot?
mean, I go Crown Fried Chicken. Yeah, we going to Crown.
See, that's crazy. My cousin Rosie and Susie is going there right now,
Yeah.
and I told them I was gonna meet up with them after this.
Go to Crown Fried Chicken.
All right, we gonna pull up.
Hey, yo, sorry, we were there past 2 a.m. on Monday. we should have been peeping the time. But
hey, it's all good. They got your money, cuz.
You gotta make sure.
I hope you tipped them. Though.
I'll be tipping.
Right,
Yeah,
cuz,
if I be in a place late night with shenanigans potentially occurring,
with shenanigans.
I tip generally good when I'm acting.
When I'm
low
acting
key.
a fool, yeah.
When I'm acting a fool, you gotta tip twice.
Straight.
Late nights or early mornings?
Late nights.
Good shit. I like late nights, but I also love early mornings. So
Mm-hmm.
if I could change anything about myself, one of them would be like 3 hours of sleep and I'm refreshed.
This is a little intimate, but like early mornings or only early mornings with a certain someone. And I'm not saying that specifically. I'm just saying like, when you got your girl or something, like I could get up early.
Yeah,
with you.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
By yourself, you sleeping in.
Yeah, honey, because I'm up late. Yeah.
I love that, yo. Favorite fruit?
Strawberry.
Shout out to strawberry. Favorite flower?
Hibiscus.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh, it's a trumpet flower too, because that's the St. Thomas flower, but hibiscus for sure.
What's a city you want to visit?
Does I want to visit? I want to go to New Zealand, so like
Auckland, I guess.
Aotearoa. Shoot, I want to say the original name because they're trying to change it back to the original name, Aotearoa. And if I said that wrong, I'm sorry. But the original name for what New Zealand was, because I hope they changed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Auckland. Yeah.
Auckland. That's like one of the big cities there. Sweet, bro. What's a goal you still have as an artiste?
Man, to buy like 100 acres of land for my family.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's pretty much my big goal is land right now. And it ain't cheap, bro.
No, it ain't.
Hey, yo, fuck the government.
Straight
Allegedly.
up.
Hey, you can open for anybody on tour. Who would it be?
Absol.
Absol.
Yeah.
Ooh, Absol gave me the loot on the Skinny Biggie. I'm in the city with Diddy, Puff and Sticky. What does he say? I'm a pretty big Absol fan too.
Dog, Absol is my favorite rapper.
In high school, Control System was like
repeat.
Was like a Bible type shit for me when that came out. I got an iPhone April 2012.
Yeah.
I think that came out May 2012, and then I bought it and it was the only album on my phone forever. I still don't have albums on my phone. If you go find my old iPhone from back in the day, it might even be on there.
I'm trying to get that on vinyl, but yeah, like Nothing Something, like that's another album that saved my life. Like there's a lot of
supposed to be bad.
He feels so good.
That's a Kanye West interpolation too. You know that song.
Yeah,
Rose, I think it's Roses.
Roses, yeah.
Shout out to Absol. I love Absol, man. I people don't get how powerful the Book of Soul is. I can't even really think about it right now. It's coming in my eyes water.
MS Belt, try to make your whole melt. It's Miyagi all over my body, my heartbeat, off beats to the life of the party.
Dude, he gets so he can get so like kind of just like hyped up too on one song, like track 2 on that album. Where
And
it's
then
like
track number 2.
I'm high off life, but I'm puffing blunts.
And I'm still rolling blunts.
Yeah, still rolling blunts. And then he'll play like terrorist threats.
With Danny, man. But even the shit he has with rest in peace to Lori Joe.
Yeah, yo.
Even the stuff he has with Lori Joe. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Empathy,
Empathy, excuse me.
Empathy, yeah.
I'm going back to what's the first one? It has Mr. Absolutely on it. I think it's just called Long Term.
Oh, Long Term Mentality?
Well, there's Long Term 2, and then there's the album Long Term Mentality.
Okay.
Have you heard the song like "Turn Me Up" by Absol?
Yeah.
That's like Long Term 2, I think.
Yeah.
Has Kendrick on. It's like "Turn Me Up," so come now. Pac told me fuck the world. That's that one. We can play some Absol after this.
Let's do it.
Shout out Absol. Definitely was a big fan of him back in the day, and I still will spin him every now and then as well.
100.
For sure. If you could time travel to any time period, where would you go?
Does it have to be backwards?
No.
So then I would just go forward.
How far are you going? How many years?
I take that back, man. To be real with you, I wish I could go back to the 4th of July and like come down this way. So I would go back like a couple, like
just do a little like summer reset.
Nah, I don't know how deep your research you was doing, like, but rest in peace and long live Juju, long live Khalil Rios, my little brother. So mental health is real big. He just passed away. He committed suicide. So again, please reach out, talk to, love your family, your friends. you know, if you got somebody that you feel comfortable around, please feel comfortable around them. But yeah, that's a deep question, but that's real. Like, long live Juju, long live Khalil.
Yeah,
I would time travel back like 4 weeks and, you know, see if I could switch that around.
yeah, man, that's heavy, bro.
That's real though. That's my life right now. And again, we talked about this earlier. Like, time is very valuable. So like, when you asked me to be here, like at a time like it is right now.
Yeah, man. I respect me. Thank you for real
Of
for
course.
coming through, G. Like,
It's love.
I can't even imagine.
Time is important, and so like for me to be here and you even inviting me, I'm honored. So thank you.
Man.
Yeah.
And
So
out of love and respect, I'll be finna do a quick little moment of silence for your brother too, man. Right? 1, 2, 3. All right, man. If you're going through it, please lean on your people, and even if you feeling good, check in on your people. I call my friends when I'm driving home from work every motherfucking week.
yeah.
Just to do a little mental health check, make sure they're doing good.
Yeah,
So
checking on your ecosystem, the
check
people
on-
that love you and that love you, that you love and that they love you back. Checking on them, man, for real.
Yeah, man. Heavy, bro.
But yeah, I'll go back a couple weeks, man.
Yeah, that's a love, man. I mean, that's one of the most heartfelt answers I think I heard in the cast, man. You got me in my heart right now, bro.
For real, that's where I'm trying to be always.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to keep it in the community, I guess, and on this final one. Is there any 207 artists you want to shout out?
Yeah, Genius Black, for real. Like Jerry Edwards, Genius Black, the Gem City movement.
Yeah, Gem City.
He is literally a genius. He's so profound. He cultivates like this pocket and this pool of like artists to feel comfortable, to feel safe to express all kinds of musical talent or even just emotions in his like bungalow house and like his in his just sanctuary in the studio.
Got you.
Big love to Genius Black.
Shout out Genius Black. Yeah, he been on the show before too.
Yeah.
Good shit, bro. Good shit. Well, you survived the rapid fire, man.
Yo.
How you feeling?
I appreciate you. Yeah, I can do that again. Let me know.
We did it. We'll line you up once a week. We finna do the rapid fire.
Yeah.
I'll just say this podcast is sponsored by Yardy Ting.
Yardy
like saying
Ting,
that.
big love, man.
I want to keep saying that. Make sure y'all motherfuckers go.
Yeah.
KevCoast, new album,
Cracking.
Hibiscus Samurai Spaceship Music is out now.
Yes, sir.
KevCoast, what inspired this new project?
So Hibiscus Samurai Spaceship Music means hibiscus is pretty much a representation of the divine feminine, of home, and of just like passion. And then samurai literally means in service to or in service of. And so Hibiscus Samurai is in service to the home, in service to the temple, which is yourself.
All those aforementioned powerful themes.
Absolutely. Like, so like manifestation, working on healing yourself and trauma and like confronting your goods, your bads, your evils, what they look like to you, your morals, etc. Like Hibiscus Samurai means in service to the self, to your temple. Whether that be I am a temple, I have created a community of people that like we can all lean on each other. The ecosystem is what I call my people. It's in service to the home. And then spaceship music, it just means like this is the in-between. This is the music that you listen to like metaphorically when humans get their first spaceships, but at the same time it's like when you feel like you're in a spaceship.
Earth is a spaceship. I think Earth is a spaceship.
Word.
Prove me wrong, motherfuckers.
We can't, because people still think the Earth is flat, and that's nothing against y'all. Just come on.
I mean, kind of. Bro.
But yeah,
Love, man.
yeah,
Love.
that's what the Hibiscus Samurai is to mean. Yeah.
How do you feel like you grew as an artist with this project?
And yeah, I probably looked right over that, but that's just my brain.
No. I mean, I'm here to ask the question. You know?
Grew as an artist. Like, how do I feel like?
Yeah, I mean, are there any like things you're just like really, I guess, like proud of, or just like?
I'm proud of singing, bro. Like, kind of like letting go and like really like because like there's a lot of people that tell me that they like my voice, and you know everyone kind of like dislikes their voice or has some alteration that they might not like.
Some minor self-loathing is gonna be in there. Right?
Absolutely.
Always.
And so I just came to a point where I was like, all right, well, if so many people are saying that, let me just like fall into it. Let me surrender.
There is a good amount of like R&B interpolation. I think modern hip hop and modern R&B are very synonymous in a lot of ways. Singing and rapping are like.
And another person who has high standards if he doesn't make the top 5 is black.
Oh, with a 6.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And so like, and he does the perfect in between rap and
Yeah.
singing that I like, because
And
he's
I'd
also
almost
from
call
the
him,
South.
like, he's from Atlanta, right?
Yeah, see, East
I mean,
Atlanta.
He was in
Yeah,
Spillage Village, I think.
yeah,
How do I pronounce her name? Mariba.
yeah. Mariba.
Mariba. She
Yeah.
also, I believe, like collabs with
Yeah, with
him
them,
and
yeah.
Jid and Earth
And, like pretty much a
Gang.
lot of Dreamville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even think I don't believe he's in it, but I've seen Deontay Hitchcock work with them.
Yeah.
So he's pretty good.
And that's love. I listen to a lot of R&B, like Giveon and every.
I love R&B is very nice. R&B and hip hop are always gonna be cousins.
like Jessie Reyes. Oof, love her. Like all those people.
I mean, he's tough to call straight R&B. A lot of alternative, a lot of rock, a lot of like even kind of punk and pop, and maybe sometimes even emo. I'd say like, but Steve Lacy's new album. Yeah, like you fuck with Steve Lacy.
Mm-mm.
You ever heard like the internet or like Sid?
Oh,
SYD?
yeah. I
Steve
listen to
Lacy,
Sid a lot. Yeah.
Yes, Sid and Steve Lacy are in the internet together. Steve Lacy's kind of known a lot for his guitar work and his production, but he's an incredible singer.
Okay.
You probably actually heard some of his like really popular singles, but this new album's a phenomenal composition
I'll tap
of
in.
like pop, R&B, like alternative music. Very, very, very good.
Okay, I'll tap in for sure,
I
bro.
was trying to think too. I was gonna say something else about Steve Lacy. Do you know the Kendrick album Damn?
Mm-hmm.
You know the song Pride where he's kind of singing on it? Steve Lacy produced that song as well.
Okay.
So just
I gotta turn that back.
about Steve. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I fucking love R&B, bro. I'll be playing R&B.
All
Oh,
the time.
you want another R&B to really hit you, bro? And like
Tell
that,
me.
like it's 04 Mary J. Blige, like and you in the morning,
Tell me.
eating pancakes.
Yeah.
Lady Ray,
Lady Ray.
WRAY. But her latest album, bro. There's so much soul. There's almost like this, like a hip hop like energy, like a thump to some of that shit.
Yeah.
That voice gets me, man. Like the same type of energy when like you find like old school soul, and you're like in your teens. You know, it's like I'm thinking like a nice Saturday sunny Maine morning in the summer.
Okay.
I
Lady
think I
Ray.
said summer twice, and I'll put on like soul music.
Yeah.
Lady Ray is like who I'll be playing right now.
Lady Ray.
So shout out Lady Ray,
Got
man.
I've been listening to a lot of Thames for Broken Ears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thames is stupid too.
Yeah.
Incredible.
She's
Incredible.
absolutely like beautiful. Yeah. But so sorry, man. I completely. What was the question?
Yeah, you started
said.
talking about Thames, we both get distracted.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out Hibiscus Samurai. I mean, I definitely feel like you put
Yeah.
a lot of conceptualization into the song from a musical standpoint, from trying new things. It sounded different than your other projects.
Oh, you were asking how I grew, right?
Yeah, how do you
So,
feel like
like,
you grew as an artist on this?
Yeah, the singing. Yeah, I said that. I
Definitely
said
the
the
singing.
singing, but like just also like bar for bar. Marshall grows too because the beat selection plays a huge deal in like Marshall's ability to like be able to read
And
sound.
did he produce all the joints on that one?
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Well, all except for Planet Coaster, the Planet Coaster.
I love that. That's probably one of my favorite ones on
That's
that.
by done by King 2020.
Gotcha.
Jim or Jordan Moss. He's dope. He's out of Rochester too. He's a
Sweet.
dope producer. So holla at him too.
Hell yeah, bro. I love the artwork on the project too.
Thank you, man. I put that together at like 3 a.m.
I like that artwork. It definitely makes you like never underestimate album art.
Yeah, for
I would listen
real.
to so much shit I would never have listened to because of the album art.
It looks dope. Yeah, that's the
like-
same thing I'll be saying.
I
Ooh,
just-
sorry. That's the same shit
No,
I'll be
you're good.
saying. But yeah, also shout out to Jared Edwards because he took the photo.
Perfect.
So yeah, I did the graphic design and all that cool shit. But like, yeah, he took the photo, man. Big love to
Tremendous.
him.
Yeah. Well, it's been cool. I definitely think the project's just pretty mellow, kind of woozy, kind of airy. Like definitely like spaceship music's a good way to describe it. I'd say.
Hopeful melancholy is what someone told me as a review, and I was like, I'll take that.
I fuck with that. Yeah.
Cause that's how I am. I'm always just coasting, man.
Yeah. Oh, I'm big on balance. I'm a very, very positive person, but I'm also like I'm a realist, bro. Like America's a dark fucking place.
It's great.
I ain't finna sugarcoat to be some white guys like, oh yeah, like America's beautiful, like life is fair. It's like, nah, it ain't. The system is evil, and unless we like try and change it, motherfuckers gonna be in pain and shit. And that's my 2 cents. So, KevCoast,
Yes, sir.
new project. Final comments on it. What's it feel like now that it's out?
Man. So we have to get real again, cause it is real. It kind of feels surreal because my brother shot the first video for it, the Words from a Ronin video.
Oh man,
That's one of the last videos we shot. We shot that out at McCoy Bay in Brunswick, man. And he was supposed to do a lot of videos for the project, and we had a lot of marketing, and we just halted all that shit, man. And, for obvious reasons, but I honestly feel wonderful about the project being out. It just, when you envision whatever, your life, your dreams, you have people with you. Hopefully, if
100%.
you're not like a narcissist or just
Yeah.
like an evil person. And so he was a big part of this. And so we had to take a step back. And so like everyone watching this interview, again, Benny, I'm honored. Everyone watching this interview, it's like we had to pull all that stuff back. So anyone that's playing it right now and sending me the shit that you're playing it, tagging me in it that you're playing it, I'm so appreciative because we couldn't. I didn't want to do any marketing because it didn't seem like right to celebrate at all. And so honestly, that it's out right now and it's receiving such like good publicity, and you listen to it enough for you to reach out to me and fuck with me.
Yeah.
That's big love. And so honestly, I feel wonderful that the album's out and then it's receiving so much attention and so much positivity. We're gonna definitely do stuff for the album. We're gonna remarket it, and we're gonna have an album release party sometime soon here in the Portland area. So look out for that.
Tremendous.
But at the same time, it's like we're just taking our time. So like expect videos, expect behind the scenes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Where can people stream it and shit too?
You can stream it everywhere. So I switched over to Tidal. So like Malik's new project dropped, and I've been streaming that on Tidal. Tidal gives a lot more money straight to the artist. But y'all can find my music literally everywhere on TikTok, like on Snapchat, on Instagram. You can even tag my lyrics because I made sure the lyrics were uploaded. So like
good shit.
It's literally a regular song. You can find it everywhere. Like so make videos, make capture reels, like even if it's just a bar on TikTok or like whatever, like you can literally find it everywhere. Just look up KevCoast, all one word, KEV, capital COAST. And then that's where I'm at. And then it's the same thing on YouTube too. That's where all of our videos are gonna go. But yeah, man, so like again, thank y'all for streaming the album at like this weird time, this weird transition time and healing time in my life. And I also respect a lot of you people that showed up for me, and that also respect my space. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, yeah, like I'm coming out and I'm popping up to a lot of events that actually heal me. You know what I mean? Bro. It's like, like I said, when I walked in here, I feel real comfortable.
Hell yeah! I mean, that means a lot. I mean, you know, it's like I don't like to like fake the funk. Like I can't even imagine how fucked up your world must have been, and still how you feel ripples from that. GB. Like bro. It's just sometimes this shit ain't good. Like you just gotta say it ain't good, bro.
Straight.
Yeah, and like my utmost respect and appreciation for you coming through and being honest and vulnerable and talking. Because hopefully people can watch this and be like, oh look, it's two dudes, being vulnerable but still just having fun. Like
and that's the truth. Themselves. Yeah, and that's the truth, and that's the truth with the music too. Like you can't listen to Hibiscus Samurai and act like there ain't pain on there. Like Sky Burial, like back to back with MMS and Sky Burial, like it's tough to like. I had to pull out of a couple performances, and my apologies to the promoters and shit, but like. MMS and Sky Burial back to back, like both of those songs are about my brother and then about me, and it's like hard to perform that shit.
Yeah, bro, it's still very open wound.
So it's like I'm trudging through, and I appreciate everyone that's streaming the music and showing up and showing out. Like that's big love. But y'all will get everything that y'all deserve, like music videos and all that shit just in a little bit.
Yeah, take y'all time, man.
Yeah.
Art ain't supposed to be rushed. It'll come when it comes.
Straight. That's why we took the 2-year hiatus to make Hibiscus.
There we go. Self-described J. Cole run.
Yeah, for real.
Tremendous. KevCoast, it's been a lot of fun chatting, man, getting to know you and hear your story and everything.
Appreciate you.
Before I ask my final question, do you have any final statements or anything you want to say?
Men, love yourself first, and then as soon as you like feel all that love for yourself, you're not gonna be able to help it. You're just gonna want to give it away.
Yeah.
And so I say that to say like definitely like check up on your friends, but don't burn yourself out doing that. Definitely go to work, but don't burn yourself out doing that. Like love yourself, nurture yourself, because when you're at your best, you're able to help the people that you love, and you're able to be okay when you maybe have to go through a couple things by yourself.
Yeah, bro.
And so, in all honesty, it's not like check up on your friends, because like the people that love you are gonna love you, and you're gonna love them back regardless if they go today, tomorrow. Like if you guys don't talk every day, y'all know where the love is at. I got homies that I still fuck with, you know what I mean, since high school. Robbie, Terrell, Kirby, EJ, Casey, Wayne, motherfucking, like, everybody, even if I missed it, like, Ant, like, fuck, like, all my homies, Justin, Bailey's, like, Richard, Susie, like, all, beyond that, those people, like, they gonna love you back, like, they gonna check for you, so, like, I don't know, just be a good, be able to do that back by checking with yourself first. That's not selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just do that, like, not even, like, any of that extra stuff, just, like, love yourself, and like, you'll be able to love other people, like, exponentially.
For real, man. That's well said. You got to take care of the well if you
The
want
root.
motherfuckers to drink water from the well, you know?
Yeah, the root of the tree, man.
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate that.
100.
Last question we ask everybody, KevCoast, is where will KevCoast be 1 year from now?
So 1 year from now, you guys are gonna get the second project.
Oh.
We're gonna be releasing maybe some, like, small stuff through the winter. Obviously, everyone knows emotion brings up music.
Oh yeah.
I haven't been able to write. I've been on writer's block, and I haven't even looked at my computer to make music. I've just been playing video games.
Yeah.
So you'll know, SOULYOULLKNOW, all one word smushed in. Xbox, if you guys want to add me, I play Apex, whatever. But we're just gonna be making music, bro. Once the core gets back, once the healing comes in, we're just gonna be making music. So 1 year from now, I'm gonna be on tour. Maybe not on tour, but starting tour. Shows, doing things, and then just releasing, like, the next big project off of already, like, maybe 1 or 2 released throughout the winter. So we're gonna be working, because Marshall's a mad genius, dude, and he makes a beat. He makes, like, 3 beats a day.
God damn, man.
Like, every day, and it's like, it's hard not to keep up with that. So, like, even if I'm not, like, writing, I'm, like, still, like,
you still want to keep it going.
It's motivating. The people around me, like, push me forward, and that's how I'm able to persevere. But that's why I'm gonna be out in a year, off of, like, maybe 2 to 3 more projects.
Let's get it.
Doing some shows.
Hopefully
in a happy, loving relationship.
There we go. Putting it all out there, man.
Yeah, manifesting.
Put the energy you want out
Manifest that shit.
Shout out KevCoast. I appreciate that answer. Get the new project right now.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Yardy Ting Heavy. Shout out Soto for the instrumental, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just love to you. Thank you again for coming, and with everything that's going on, it does mean a lot. You were here telling your story, and man. Just love to you and your family and everyone, man. For real, man.
Thank you, man. We gotta lock in. We gotta talk more music, man, because the shit that she was playing is real groovy.
Yeah. We'll keep it going, man. The party's just begun.
Let's get it.
All right. We'll see y'all next time. Much love. Peace.